tribe harvested for 1 camel. In my previous videos, I talked about an invisible energy that roams freely in nature, is harmless because it exists alone, and surrounds everything, living or non-living. If this power falls into the hands of evil people and they manage to cause a chain reaction, they can wipe out the entire world in minutes. Not a single living creature will survive in the world. I won't go into detail here as I have explained this in my other videos. I just want you to know that this is a laboratory, a prison. Apart from this, the superior minds have powerful laser, weather and earthquake weapons, some of which have been revealed, and from time to time they try to bring people under control and control the population by using these weapons. As they do this, they and their weapons level up. Ordinary people continue to fear them and worship them as gods. In the Quran, when stories of the destruction of nations are told, the plural form is always used. We destroyed, ruined, wiped out, swept away, drowned, etc. In other words, the power that did all this is not a single Jewish, Arab god Allah Elohim, but a large system in which he is also a part, and this system has encompassed the entire world. 40 We seized each of them for their sins. Some of them we pelted with stones, some of them were seized by the terrible sound, some of them were driven into the earth, and some of them were drowned. So, do you think these are the work of an infinitely merciful creator or of superior evil, cruel people playing the role of God? You decide. If there were a truly loving and infinitely merciful God, creator, would he allow these destructions? Pay attention to the examples of destruction mentioned in the verse. Think about the weapons they might be using to accomplish these things. If you search the internet for the phrases, atomic bomb, HAARP and weather weapons, you will come across the possibility that ancient tribes were destroyed by these weapons. Because the ancient peoples, especially the Arabs, did not know these, they always thought that this power was the wrath of God, and they still think so. Don't you think it's strange that the 3 major religions are influential in these regions, and that they are constantly being destroyed and making similar mistakes, despite the fact that the Quran was sent to warn them? "42 We have revealed to you an Arabic Quran so that you may warn the people of the village and its surroundings and warn them about the day of gathering about which there is no doubt. One group will be in paradise and one group will be in hell." Prostration 3 Or did they say, he invented it? No, it is the truth from your Lord, so that you may warn a people to whom no warner had come before you, that they may be guided. In the original verse of Shura 42, the expression, Qura, meaning, mother village, is used. Ummu means, mother, and Qura means, village. It is said that we sent an Arabic book to warn a stubborn, idol-worshipping Arab village to which no warner had come before. While many interpreters translate the word, Qura, as, people, inhabitants, in some verses, they translate it as, the mother of cities, Mecca and its surroundings, in verses 42 of Shura and 92 of Enam. However, the word, city, in Arabic is, Medina. They have intentionally mistranslated the verses in order to prove that the Quran is supposedly a universal warning book. In other words, the Quran is not a universal book as claimed and exaggerated. Because there are other verses that support this verse. Those who are curious can open the Quran and read it in the original. Islam, the religion of submission, is a religion invented to warn and guide the stubborn, ignorant people who do not use their minds. Islam means submission, Muslim means a person who has submitted, see Al-Baqarah 131, Ali Imran 20 and Anbiya 108. Now I want to ask the Turkish people, what do you see yourselves as? As Ataturk said, a nation of high character, hardworking and intelligent, or, A nation that is constantly being destroyed by superior minds because it cannot get rid of bigotry and bigotry. Notice that none of them can get out of the circle, just like a hamster. They are constantly turning around in a vicious circle of ignorance, blood, brutality, barbarity and perversion. You are intelligent people. Research to discover. Don't be stubborn and ignorant like them and experience the same consequences. Ask and question. Free your mind and step outside the circle. We are being rapidly Arabized. If we adopt their lifestyle and beliefs, we will also be accepting ignorance and bigotry, and we will end up like them sooner or later. Don't say I didn't warn you. Well friends, the introduction part was quite long, but first I wanted you to know what these secret powers are, where and why they are used, and what those who have them can do. Now let's get to the main topic. The most interesting of the destruction stories in the Quran is the destruction with a Sayha, a terrible scream. This is possible in two ways. The first is the sound hum that occurs before a big earthquake. The other is the sound hum that occurs after a nuclear, atomic bomb is detonated. Some eyewitnesses reported that the great August 17th earthquake was preceded by a flash of light, followed by a roar, and then immediately followed by a tremor. Similar scenes and effects occur in atomic nuclear bomb explosion tests. So which one is causing these massive earthquakes and extinctions? Atomic bombs or HAARP? The word translated as tremor in the Quran is rasf. It means tremor, violent upheaval, especially an earthquake or a violent earthquake or a loud noise from the sky, any kind of wrath that falls upon a people. For example, rasf rad, lightning rumbled, rasf kulub, heartbeat excited, rasfet yedahu, hand, arm trembled, etc. It is a kind of energy shock that vibrates and makes sound without being seen. So you can think of it as a kind of sound wave. Here are the sounds and effects of atomic nuclear bombs. Due to copyright, you cannot hear the sound. Note the lightning-like waves beforehand. These images fit the descriptions given in the verses. A sound, a tremor seized them and they fell on their knees. Perhaps this is a preliminary weapon used to create a tremor that triggers an earthquake. Part 1 is over. Please continue to Part 2.